Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the A-Gap Podcast. And now, your host, Colby.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the A Gap Podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 27th. We're back at full strength, and damn, it feels good to see all you boys. How was the week? A lot of sports going on. What'd you guys get into?
Well, you threw me for a loop there. It's Monday, Mike.
Oh, it is Monday. Oh my God, I forgot. Yeah, we're live on a Monday. I'm so used to saying Tuesday.
You're not ready.
Yeah, our inaugural Monday.
Did not know that my hangover was that bad. So.
Apparently mine is. I'm losing days, baby. I'm losing
What day
days.
is it?
Nothing a little hair of the dog can't fix.
Absolute. No, it was a good weekend for me. Spent watching some live music and just kind of putting around. Just trying to avoid the heat as much as possible, I suppose.
Yeah, it is toasty here in Sacramento. It's been, I think, over 100 the last, 5 days. So summer is officially here.
Yeah.
Matt, what's it like up in the Mile High, or not Mile High City, but Salt Lake City? And as soon as I ask him a question, he freezes. Tom, Tom, how's the weather in Sacramento?
Yeah, it's 103 degrees already. Is he back?
He's back. We got him back now. What's up, brother?
I'm back. It's close to Mile High. It's not as hot as Sacramento, but it's getting up there. It's getting in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
I got a good little tan going. Base layer. I had a flat tire this weekend, so that sucked. But ate a lot of good food and really can't complain. Watch sports, so it's all good. Tires fixed, ready for the 4th.
Matt, nice. Can we quickly confirm what you got at the Italian restaurant?
Carbonara, baby.
Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
A nice Cabernet Sauvignon with a little I forget what the appetizer was, but it was good. And then carbonara, they bring out the wheel of cheese, they light it on fire, they scoop it out, put the carbonara in the wheel with the melted cheese. It was fire. Yeah.
Sign me up.
Dank. I had a fun weekend. Tom, we could talk a little bit about our adventure on Saturday.
Yeah, we went to the Placer County Fair. The one nice event that is walkable from my house is the Placer County Fair. So it was nice to get back out there and check out the scene.
You're telling me you don't want to watch NASCAR, Tom?
That happened? Let me tell you, we had another racing event that was as electric as NASCAR. We had some big races. Big races. And we actually did get to walk out on the Roseville track because I think some kid fell and busted his eyebrow open. And so a bunch of cops went to go help him, which led the entrance to the racetrack extremely vacant. So we kind of just walked out there and it was we're standing on the racetrack at night. It was very cool. But I'm telling you, pig races, if you ever get a chance to see Alaskan pig racing, do it. It was so incredible. Absolutely electric. Money was flying everywhere. Dollar bets were made. Hearts were crushed. Bacon was fried. It was a good time.
Did you bet?
We bet $1 on a few of the races. Yeah, we bet $1 to each other.
The guy would announce each pig, and then we'd all just look at each other and say,
"Yeah, I got that guy."
Screaming at each other,
They were adorable.
It was hype, dude.
I think Sloppy Joe was the main winner. I would say he was pretty electric.
I think I bet on him in the first race, and then Travis won the second race, so we called it even.
So, what is Alaskan pig racing?
I don't
know. Alaskan
standard.
That's what we were trying to figure out. Maybe the pigs are Alaskan. I think they were based out of Alaska, and that's why it's just called Alaskan pig racing. There you go, John. Yeah, look it up. But yeah, it was electric. They did one regular race, and then they did another one with hurdles. So they put hurdles, the pigs literally flying over the hurdles. Adorable.
Whoa.
And then they pulled a good little prank on us. They pulled a little prank on us where they double stacked the hurdle. And they're like, all right, one pig can make the jump. And they let him out and he runs up to it and he's can't make it. And then a little gate on the bottom opened for him to run through. It was we all got debated. But hey, I lost at some carnival games. If you're going to go to the fair, you're going to spend some money on some stupid shit. But pig racing was well worth it.
The scary ride at the carnival, it's basically just a simple track that goes into a dark room that was just a TV of a clown, and then it was a zombie, and then you turn a left corner, dark, one window with a clown laying in it with a red light, and then that was the entire ride, and it ended. And I was like, oh, okay. So yeah, that was not worth the fucking $6. Yeah,
very spooky. Very spooky. Yeah. I would have been a little spooked. But yeah, it was a good night. And then last night I actually went to a concert, went and saw Ivy Lab. some bass music. My legs are burning. I did a lot of dancing, but it was
hell yeah,
very fun. Brought me back to my younger years of going to festivals and just like dancing like a madman and having a good time. So it was super fun.
Good cardio, dude. Good cardio.
I took like 14,000 steps just dancing in place. Ooh. So yeah, it was a good time. Legs were burning this morning for sure. Yeah, it was a good weekend. But also a lot of sports news. Obviously, now that we have the full cast back, John, I think I'll give you the floor. We'll get this out of the way. This is your Warriors victory lap, my friend.
Man, does it feel good. The slander has stopped. What are they going to say now? They can't say anything. It's such a fun thing to watch, especially this team that has been, so cast out for so long.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
You're talking to two Sacramento Kings fans. All right, dude.
No, dude.
You got the wrap it up music?
Yeah.
You guys gonna play me out already?
Yeah.
No, dude, it was fun to watch. It was like, as a Warriors fan, it's sick. It's a lot of fun to watch a homegrown team go out and do big things like that, and to watch the young guys contribute as well. It just sets us up for a really, really cool future where we have this unique blend of, all-star veterans and some young talent that really is popping eyes. So Wiseman comes back next year. We're going to see how Kuminga and Moody fit more into the lineup. Obviously questions about Kevon Looney, just because I would assume that there's going to be a market for him now. Everybody watched him.
He's sticking with the Warriors is the report today, John. I read something said Looney's in theory going to be a Warrior again.
And that would make sense. But I just think that there's going to be a market, and that he's probably going to, at least, I don't know. I would listen. You had a great stretch in the playoffs, so I would listen to what other people are offering too, especially since Wiseman is the future at the 5. So, but I don't know, man. Good things on the horizon. We'll see what happens in free agency. I don't know that anything's going to be big in free agency, but we'll see. But yeah, dude. We got another ring. Steph gets his MVP, got MVPs in the All-Star game, in the Western Finals, and in the actual finals. So, I mean, he cements himself. We had this conversation. My buddies were having this conversation actually earlier about, Matt left. Oh, no.
We'll get him. We'll get him back.
Keep it going. Keep Warriors talk going.
But yeah, man, it just sorry, Matt leaving got me off.
Can I throw one thing at you, John, just about the Warriors, just in general?
Absolutely.
I love the narrative now after they won the 4th one. That now, of course, it's the money thing. They always say it's like, they overspend. They're the only team that'll spend that much. And I, as a person that was paying attention all NBA season, no one was talking about how much the Warriors spent until they finally won it. Everybody said they still weren't good enough until they finally did pull it off. So cheers to you. And I think well-deserved. The NBA should learn something, because I also love that the owners are saying we're willing to spend the money to win again, whatever it takes.
Well, and spending money on your guys. Like, that's the thing, is that people love to forget that Steph, Clay, and Draymond they're all drafted, and so to have a team that has the means to draft these guys, they have the talent at the front office to go find these all-stars, and then B, have the capital so that you can continue to pay and build around. I mean, you would hope that other teams would have that, and like, you could dive into the money. The Warriors own their own stadium, so the luxury cap for us is never an issue. They make fucking buku bucks, so it just never is. We'll always pay. We'll go into the luxury task. Like, our front office has already said that they have no issue with that. But yeah, man, it feels good. Homegrown.
Congrats, dude. Congrats.
Well done, man. Again, well done.
Victory screech!
You did it. You guys did it.
Let's run it back.
Hell yeah. That'd be fun to watch. Hopefully, maybe if you guys get a 1 seed, you'll be playing the Sacramento Kings in the 8 seed, baby, in the playoffs. And then that is just great content for us. And then obviously just a fun little rivalry.
Absolutely. I would love that. That would be so good for the Kings too. I mean, especially off of everything that's going on right now. I don't know, Kings fans are never satisfied. It seems like it seems like there was a lot of hot takes about that number 4 pick. I don't know. Kings Nation not satisfied?
I think I mean, I'll start. So last week, I literally said that the worst case scenario is that we just draft Keegan Murray in the 4 spot and no trades happen. It's exactly what happened. I think I was high on Jaden Ivey because all the Twitter hype. Obviously, after the pick, I've done a lot of research, listened to a lot of podcasts, watched even like some of his old college games. This dude can fucking play. And I think he is. I mean, Monty came out. Granted, this is typical GM. He's not going to come out and say, we picked for need. He said he really thought Keegan Murray was the best player available at that time over Jaden Ivey, over some of the other guys, and that he was a perfect fit for our team. So it kind of was just like worked out. We got our cake and we ate it too. But there's still a lot of work to do. The roster as it stands today, I do not think is a playoff team, if I'm being completely honest. I think Keegan Murray is going to help us out a lot in an area that we've needed for quite a long time, but more moves need to be made. We need to add a 3 guard. A lot of people are saying Keegan can play the 3. Keegan can play the 3. Yeah, but he's a 4, and we drafted him to be a 4. So I think I'm happier now than I was at the time of the draft. I will say I was like pretty disappointed when they called his name at 4 and no move had been made. But now that I've done the research, I'm pretty fucking excited to watch this kid play for the Kings.
Love it, dude. And the big thing I guess I was watching was just that like there was a bunch of Kings fans that were like actually upset that Jaden Ivey didn't get taken at number 4. And it was like, this guy put out for weeks that he didn't want to be a King.
Right.
He put out for a long time that it was just, that wasn't going to be the fit. The family was also on board saying that they didn't want to go to Sacramento. So it's like, why would you bring somebody like that in? Why would you do
exactly
that?
We've done that. We did it with Marvin Bagley, right? I mean, and we did it with Davion and it worked, right? Davion now buys in. We did it. We passed up on Luka for that same thing, is that he didn't want to come here, so we passed up on him. But I think if you look at statistically, Keegan Murray is a better basketball player than Jaden Ivey. Last year in college, statistically was better in everything. However, Jaden Ivey has the explosive, fun, like gets to the hole, dunks it, highlight reels, right? Where he looks incredible. And so I think that's where all the Twitter hype came in. That's where everyone was like, we're so high on Jaden Ivey. But we didn't need another De'Aaron Fox. We needed a stretch 4 or a 3. And Keegan Murray could be both of those, but probably more stretch 4 that can shoot. He shot, I think, almost 40% from 3 last year. And it was a lot off the screen, which is kind of how the Kings tend to do their offense. Obviously, it's going to be new with Mike Brown. We'll see what they bring to the table. But I mean, a stretch 4 that can shoot off of a screen and make threes at that high of a percentage, fuck yeah. That's exactly what our team needs.
And block and play defense and have steals. It's like he was statistically the best player in college basketball last season. So and the whole thing is the draft. You don't get drafted based on how good you were in college. You get drafted based on where you could be. So the ceiling thing of watching someone like a freak athlete like Jaden Ivey fly at the rim and what he could be, that's what made everyone in the media say that he is the guy that is the 4th best player. But ultimately, that we don't know that. It happens every year. Scotty Barnes was a terrible pick last year. Everyone said that was a terrible pick. It's a reach. Shouldn't have drafted him, and he was the rookie of the year. So you never fucking know. Keegan Murray also seemed like the most ready to contribute right away.
Absolutely. And that's what they did with Davion, too. Davion was, they said, the most NBA-ready player. Like, he's ready to hop in. He's old, he's a little bit older, right? So he's going to hop in, and he's going to play. The thing that I love about Keegan Murray, this year, obviously, yes, statistically incredible. The season before, he averaged like 9 points a game. So this kid is willing to work hard to get better at the game. You get him surrounded by good coaches like Mike Brown that'll teach him properly. I think his ceiling's a lot higher than a lot of people think. And I'll go for it, Tom.
I was going to say, I like the winner thing, right? So 2 years in a row, Davion Mitchell was on the team that won the whole national championship. Obviously, Iowa didn't win the national championship this year, but they did win their Big Ten tournament, which you can make the argument is the best group of basketball teams or college basketball teams. So he comes from a winning team, and he wants to win. He wants to do whatever it takes. That's the attitude that Monty's trying to get on the team. Everybody. He wants everyone to be like that. And no one by themselves, always the team.
And if you can see the guys that he's drafted and now added to the team, right? So let's even just talk about Domantas Sabonis, Davion Mitchell, and Keegan Murray. All 3 of those guys are like pretty damn positive, really hard workers, gym rats, want to put the time in, want to also spend time off the court with their teammates and like get everyone on the same page. So I think, like Tom even just kind of alluded to, Monty's bringing in these guys that are willing to work and want to win and want to bring a new, fresh identity to the team, and then pair them up with Mike Brown, who in his press conference was talking about the soul of the team. Like, this team doesn't have any soul. And it's like, that's a great way to say we have a terrible culture here, because it's true. Yep. And I think talking about the soul of the team really brought up a lot of positive vibes. And I don't know, I'm very excited for the season. And I could be eating those words halfway through the season next year, but we'll see. One stat on Keegan Murray that I saw on Twitter is so apparently there's a new analytics stat that they started tracking in 2009 and 2010 in college basketball called PER, P-E-R. I have no idea what it is. However, his PER was 37.8 last year. The only other player that has ever had a higher PER is Zion Williamson coming out of Duke. So I think people are saying his game will absolutely translate to the NBA.
I love the statistic of PER.
Yeah.
I just want to use it more and want to understand PER.
Yeah, it's PER. I mean, I kind of want to see what it even stands for. Let's see. PER stat is player efficiency rating. So there you go. A rating of a player's per minute productivity. So Keegan Murray, second highest ranked college basketball player of all time in player efficiency rating.
Pretty unreal.
Very unreal. And so, yes, I think time will tell. Ivy could blow it up in Detroit, and we're always going to be comparing those two, and it sucks, but that's what it is. I think he's going to make the Kings better. We're not going to be able to go back and redraft, so we got Keegan Murray. We're going to support him fully, and we're not going to treat him like Marvin Bagley. Kings fans, I'm looking at you.
Right? Jesus.
I just hope he stays healthy, because if he does get hurt, then it's like that whole Bagley conversation comes up, and it's just a disaster.
It's going to go how it goes. We'll see. We hope for the best, right? We're Kings fans. We expect the worst.
Exactly. We just want to be high on our team and be happy and excited. So, as I alluded to as well, the Kings need to make a lot of moves in free agency. So, Tom, I heard that you might have a little game for us that is centered around NBA free agency.
All right, yeah, we're gonna turn it around because we've been having some conversations. Matt, how much did you pay attention to the NBA draft? How much do you know?
Zero. Absolutely.
Zero. Okay. All right. So the point of this game is we're gonna be naming off different free agents, and then I'm gonna get some completely unknowledgeable opinions on where these teams are gonna go.
Wonderful.
Do you want me for the game? Do you want me to say what team they're currently on? Because that may help to Matt maybe.
Yeah. Give him the team.
All right. So do you want to go round robin here, or you guys want to just yell them out, or what?
I think we just scream them out.
All right. We're gonna start from the top here. James Harden, Philadelphia 76ers. Is he coming back? Yay or nay?
I think he runs it back in Philly.
Runs it back in Philly. You all agree? All right. Russell Westbrook on the Los Angeles Lakers making $41 million a year. Is he coming back?
No. It depends on the Kyrie situation. Yeah, I don't think he's going to be coming back.
Here's the bad news for both those teams is they both got player options. They're coming back whether they like them or
not. Shit.
Enjoy their paydays. Bradley Beal is a free agent as well. He could go somewhere else or sign a supermax with the Washington Wizards. Where do you think Bradley Beal will go?
Sacramento.
DC's gonna
Sacramento.
DC's gonna pay him. He's gonna get a supermax from DC. He already said he's gonna opt out, and then they're gonna restructure the deal. So he's going back to Washington. We'll see next season when he has to be traded. All right,
maybe Mavericks or Suns.
Yeah,
just throwing that out there.
We got Gary Harris on the Orlando Magic. Where's he going?
I'll be honest, I don't even know Gary Harris at all.
I was gonna say
where's Gary Harris going? He's on the Magic.
Yeah. He's gonna go to the Bulls for sure.
Bulls,
yeah.
You know they do need some depth at shooting guard. I like that answer. Zach LaVine, is he coming back to the Bulls to play with his new favorite teammate Gary Harris?
Yes.
I think he will actually stay in Chicago.
He's gonna stay in Chicago. Okay, yeah, I think that was a new report too. Everyone's favorite player, right? Should be a Hall of Famer. Ricky Rubio was signed to the Pacers, I guess, because of part of a trade. What team is Ricky Rubio going to be on?
So he's not going to be on the Pacers?
Well, he was a Pacer. He got traded out, but now he's an unrestricted free agent, so he can go anywhere. His average annual salary was $17 million last year.
I was gonna say who cares? I guess
he might go to the Heat.
Right.
Be a little backup.
Glue guy.
Yeah.
John, where's Andre Iguodala gonna go?
The Warriors front office.
Oh, you think he's gonna retire?
Yeah, he's retiring, and then I think that we're gonna try and bring Gary Payton back, and then Otto Porter is probably gonna walk in free agency.
I want to see what Gary Payton's expected salary should be, because fucking I wouldn't even mind if the Kings went after that guy, to be honest.
Oh yeah.
Well, he averaged 7 points, 3.5 rebounds, and then he was 62% from the field.
Damn.
And I mean, he's a great defensive guy too, and it's always fun to watch him dunk because holy shit, that guy can jump.
He's like older Jaden Ivey for us, but plays better defense. That's how I would picture.
I was gonna say he's 29.
We get that guard. Yeah.
He's 29.
Where is Thaddeus Young gonna go? We got breaking news. Breaking news.
Oh, breaking news. Here we go.
We got the Rockets are gonna buy out John Wall. He's gonna become an unrestricted free agent.
Wow.
John Wall, dude.
Wow.
Mr. Mixtape. He's back on the free market.
They're buying him out?
Yeah.
Woof.
John Wall got paid for $40 million a year to play like 30 games or something.
Yeah.
It's some ridiculous number of games he didn't play.
Damn. Okay, that's a big one.
That's some news. John Wall is going to be on the move. Let's see, DeAndre Ayton. Let's skip around here. DeAndre Ayton, where's he going?
Detroit. That's the report, right? Detroit's probably going to go for a big supermax.
Then they drafted that guy. They made that trade to draft the best center in the draft. So now they've got a developmental center. The Pistons did.
Is he for sure leaving the Suns?
He's not. I mean, nothing's for sure, but everything's been said.
Well, he's a restricted free agent, so the Suns can match anything that any other team offers, and he has to stay with the Suns.
I'm gonna give him one more year in Phoenix.
All right, fair enough. It's like Bogdan. That's what it feels like. That's what's gonna happen. Let's go down the line here. Is Marvin Bagley gonna go back to the Pistons? He's got Bird, so
probably
early Bird, right?
I mean,
so
they have didn't they?
Does
No, they got
that
Ivy, and then Jalen Duren.
Anybody what?
So does anybody want that guy?
He might go to the Suns. Fuck it. If they get rid of Ayton, might go play 4.
Dude, Kevon Looney only made $4 million this last season.
Yeah, he's a steal.
Crazy, dude. So is Bruce Brown at $4 million. That's some good shit. Bobby Portis also $4 million. Miles Bridges is coming off his rookie contract. He's gonna get paid. Do you see the Miles Bridges thing where he's drinking fucking lean and posting it to social media right before he's a free agent?
Yep.
That shit's hilarious.
He's having fun.
Ooh, Colby Dante DiVincenzo. He's an early bird.
I want Kings to re-sign him.
He got paid $3.2 million last season. I feel like that. If I mean, right now we get him for one more season, we can match. That's the early bird thing, right, John? So other teams can't offer him a trade or offer him a contract. We could have a chance to match.
Yeah, since he's on your team. Or restricted. Sorry, thank you.
Oh, fucking Trey Lyles has a team option for $2.5 million. Are we taking that, Colby? Yeah, we are.
Probably.
We're definitely taking that guy. We're running that back. All right, well, I appreciate you guys. There's so many fucking free agents, dude. It's going to be crazy. So,
you got some of the top ones.
Get to work,
I got some big ones there. Yeah, dude. There's a lot out there. You got Carmelo's a free agent. Rajon Rondo. Fucking Kent Bazemore.
Out there, like Jalen Brunson. That guy is a free agent for Dallas.
That's going to be a big move. You got John's favorite player, Hassan Whiteside. You got Colby's favorite player, Dwayne Dedman. Those guys are both free agents.
Oh, yeah. Bring back Dedman. No, I'm kidding.
You got Matt's favorite player, Nemanja Bjelica. He's a unrestricted free agent. King, should we bring him back?
Yes.
Bring back Belly. I'm down.
I don't think he wants to. He made it pretty clear. But
yeah, he'd be pissed if we picked him back up. He'd be so fucking mad.
Oh, yeah. Jalen Brunson was making $1.5 million, dude. He's about to get the bag.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's Colin Sexton and Fernie Simmons from Portland. He started for, Damian Lillard and put up pretty fucking decent numbers. He was a rookie, too. He was the 24th overall pick, so. Yusuf Nurkic.
Yeah, I think he's already said he's going to resign him and Fernie Simons. They're all bringing it back. It's Dame plus Simons, Nurkic, Grant, and then fucking, I guess, Shaden Sharp. And they're trying to get KD to come around. We all saw that, right?
Oh, yeah. Dame posting the jersey mock-up.
As a non-NBA guy, what's with the NBA having the propensity to give up on first rounders quicker than any other league? It's like this 20-year-old sucked his rookie year. Let's get rid of him.
It's like there's the Andrew Wiggins thing, right? He tore it up in college and he was a number 1 overall pick and then came in and was kind of a dud. And then
and they're always so young when they come out, like younger than any other sport.
Yeah, 19.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, now they have to play one. They have to play one season now.
Right. But they're still like 20 years old when they come out.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think it's just because in the NBA, it's if you're trying to like win now and you can go get rid of that prospect and get a veteran player that's going to help you win now, that's kind of that gamble that you have to take. It's kind of like baseball in a way where you have to give up prospects to get a player that will help you now. But I think it's just faster in the NBA. Like you said, people give up. Like Marvin Bagley could still have a great career. He's probably, 25, 24, maybe?
Probably younger than that.
Yeah, he's probably like 23, 22 even. And he could still go have a great career. But yeah, Kings gave up on him because, one, he's sour on the place he's at. And then Kings, it's like, okay, you're not going to work hard and get better. So let's shoot you off somewhere else. And they got Dante DiVincenzo out of it. So kind of helped.
Felt like Bagley got a pretty fair run.
He did.
It was like a 1 year
for sure.
He got multiple chances and he kept getting hurt and just didn't play the game that we needed him to. So happens. But yeah, I don't know. I think in the NBA it's just like when you want to win now, you just got to get rid of people. And it's like you can always draft next year. Because if you can go get somebody in the draft that does help you right away. In basketball,
it feels more like a hit the ground running at every position.
Yeah.
Like in the NFL, it's like hit the ground running if you're a running back or a D end or a receiver to an extent, but it seems like every position's like that in the NBA. Just like you're expected to instantly contribute at like 19 years old. But
Yep.
You're supposed to show signs. That's what they always say. Well, did he even really do anything out there? Like did he show some skills? That's the thing. Then they judge you on that, and then that's the player you are.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
A little more Kings talk for you, though. There's a couple of guys I think we should look at for small forward, Colby.
Yeah? Who you got? What's your list?
Caleb Martin would be one. He only got paid fucking $500,000 last year, so obviously pay him a little more than that, but I wouldn't mind. He had a good season, productive. Yuta Watanabe, have you ever heard of that guy?
The Watanabe sounds familiar.
He's like a Japanese basketball player. He's been on the Raptors, he's the most classic Toronto Raptor player I've ever seen, but he's like a pretty tall, small forward, and he showed some shooting ability. He was just hurt a lot. Wouldn't mind looking at that guy, too. Probably wouldn't cost that much.
Just keep adding to the wish list.
Oh, Damian Jones is on a early bird right now. So
Tom's got that Amazon wish list.
I got it. And Monty, I am checking out. All right.
I mean, we just need some players, man. We just need somebody at the 3, and we're a well-rounded starting roster. But then we do need depth as well. So,
wouldn't you rather Barnes play 3 if we're not going to trade him? Barnes is probably better than a lot of the guys.
Yeah, but like
3.
But once again, this brings up the conversation of like kind of like what happened with Buddy and Bagley last year. Is you have these guys in the locker room. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think Harrison Barnes would be a negative presence in the locker room, but if he's kind of checked out, he knows he's not going to re-sign. He's constantly in trade talks. Like, that's just like a weird vibe in the locker room. And like, I don't know.
I do say he's a consummate professional.
He is.
Honestly, the only way we trade is if we get something good in return, right? Like I do think he's a good player on the squad. I think he doesn't really give us a lot of boards, and he doesn't give us a lot of length, and his defense is good but not great. And that's why we're looking for someone that can maybe be a little bit like he's playing the 4, and I think he's a good 3. Like, he shoots well, he plays good defense, but when we put him in 4, that's a problem.
Yeah.
So that's why, like, Collins was always the dream at 4, but now Keegan Murray, even though he's young, but he's going to do something.
He's going to get minutes. I mean, he might start, honestly.
Possible. Depends how he plays in camp and everything in summer league.
Yeah.
But I think he's going to get a lot of time. And I also like Metu still. I think keep throwing that guy fucking up there. Like, I don't know. I don't care about Lamb. I don't care about Lyles. I don't care about Josh Jackson. I don't care about any of these guys. These like random older guys.
Yeah.
Just maybe unrestricted free agent, pick a guy out you think is going to contribute, Oh, and Monty, get on the phone and get that fucking Serbian dude or whatever country he's from. Get him down here, dude. Get him to Sacramento. Get him on a fucking flight, dude. Get him here.
Yep. He could be real nice, actually. I
know.
MVP of the Serbian league. Luka did it. This guy's obviously a little older, but
send him in. He's older. He's perfect. He wants to win right away.
Yep. Get him in. Let's go. He could be the new Nemanja.
Oh, and big shout out to Dom because he's a loyal listener and he always likes our NBA talk. So, Dom, if this is the end of our NBA talk, we'll see you next week.
Well, shout out, brother. Love you, brother. All right. I think this could be the end of NBA talk. Another championship was won this week. The Colorado Avalanche took home the Stanley Cup and immediately broke it in the middle of their celebration. You see the guy like sliding into the team and like fell and like basically dropped it on the ice. But it was a complete smattering, it seemed like, of the Lightning. John, I'll pass it over to you for the hockey hour.
Yeah, John called it.
Yeah, it was, the Avalanche, well-deserved number one. I mean, they were garbage. They were the bottom of the league, a couple of years ago. And then just kind of stuck with their guys, put young team that they put the right pieces around in free agency and went out and won themselves a championship. So Cale Makar is definitely going to be one of the best players in the NHL for a long time. That guy is no joke. Won the Conn Smythe, which is best player in the playoffs. Very coveted award to win. And they have a great squad there. They all believe in each other. It was very familial there at the end. One of the big stories was Eric Johnson, who had been on the team for 14 years. So he's been through, all the ups and downs that team has experienced. So it was a great win, man. It was a fun series to watch. I thought that Tampa Bay was actually going to do it. I thought that they could actually win Game 6, just how they scored early. And that power play, like 20 seconds in, I was like, oh, man, the Avs are nervous. Here we go. But the professionals, man, they gathered themselves. Kemper had a good, end of the game. Man, it was fun. It was a lot of fun. Good hockey. Wish it was the Sharks.
Dude, I know. God, someday we'll be back to the Cup. Mm-hmm. Sorry, we have a little more NBA breaking news. So John Wall is planning to sign with the Los Angeles Clippers once he clears waivers.
Oh,
by Adrian Wojnarowski, however the fuck Woj. He also said other Wojnarowski. Yeah, there it is. Other teams are calling. I'm looking at it. Wojnarowski. Wojnarowski. He says other teams are calling to pursue Wall in free agency, but his intention is to join the Clippers. Sources tell ESPN.
Kawhi's coming back with a vengeance, dude. Is this the Clippers? Are they going to be the team?
Dude, the West got so much stronger in the last week.
Well, it's because all the good players on the West teams decided to play this season. Yeah. Like, Dame's actually going to play this season. Kawhi's actually going to play this season. Paul George going to have a full season. LeBron, fucking Westbrook, all those guys will be back. Anthony Davis will play for at least the first 2 months. You never know.
True. Damn. God damn it. Can we, sign a petition to move to the East?
Nah, dude. Nah.
I'd love to.
That's even worse.
No, it's not. We would be like a 6 seed in the East.
Oh, you're saying Sacramento Kings will just play in the Eastern
Division? We just play in the Eastern Division. Why not?
We've suffered enough, NBA.
Yeah, exactly. Just give us our fair shot. Come on. The West is stacked.
Sorry, we love a challenge here.
We do. That is fair.
Because everything's hard for us, so why not this?
Count us out. We'll be the underdogs forever, and then we'll finally get to the playoffs, and then we'll win.
Yeah,
we're gonna beat the Lakers in a playoff series, and
we're gonna keep the receipts.
Sacramento goes crazy.
Can you imagine the Sacramento fans if we win a playoff series, dude? You'll never hear the end of it.
We'll be
most hated franchise fans immediately is what's gonna happen.
Oh, 100%.
From worst franchise we feel bad to everyone's least favorite group of fans. That's what's gonna happen.
100%. All right, sorry for the little NBA side tangent there. So yeah, John, anything else on Stanley Cup? I mean, it seemed like they just smattered them. It was like too easy.
I mean, this team was very well put together. They're the fastest team in the NHL by far. So defenses were going to have a hard time keeping up with them, and it was going to be big on Tampa Bay to be physical like they had been in the past, and they were, but when you can get transition offense like Colorado can, if you watch some of the games, you would notice the defensemen for Tampa Bay would, when they were getting a chance to clear the offensive zone, they were lobbing pucks instead of shooting pucks out, and that was to basically get a break and make Colorado have to reset their offense instead of getting these transition passes that they're so good at. But they couldn't be stopped. I mean, again, Colorado's really good. I believe they're the favorites now to win next year, the Stanley Cup. It's going to be really hard for them to do that because they have, I forget how many players that they have. They have like 10 unrestricted free agents.
Oh, wow.
And they only have like 25 million in cap room. So it's going to be interesting on who they keep and who they let go. But Joe Sakic, he's a champion, man. He was I found out he's also the owner of the LA Rams. So
oh wow.
Yep. So he had some, or I'm sorry, Joe is the general manager of the Avalanche. But
Dan Kroenke?
The owner of the Avalanche also owns the Rams.
Yep. Good for that guy, right?
Yeah,
they having a better guy.
Winning mentality over there, that's for sure.
The more you win, the deeper your pockets get. The deeper your pockets get, the more wins you can buy.
Absolutely. Yep.
But I think the whole city of St. Louis fucking hates that, though, right? Because they hate Stan Kroenke more than anyone. It's the city of St. Louis, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yikes.
I would imagine
that.
Yeah, I mean, the Rams kind of came to them and then left, so it's not the same. But yeah, I mean, they have the right to be upset. They're a baseball town, though.
Oh, yeah,
true.
Cards all the way. Well, speaking of baseball, Matt, should we talk a little bit about Aaron Judge just being absolutely insane in how he's going to be a San Francisco Giant next year?
I think he's going to be. I think they're going to take a run at him. He's a Central Valley kid.
Make your case, Matt, for all the viewers.
Well, first of all, I just want to say hats off to Aaron Judge because that dude is winning all over the place this year. The Yankees offered him $17 million to avoid arbitration at the beginning of the season. He declined it. They also offered him a 7-year deal worth about $30.5 million per year. He declined it. And he just settled before the arbitration deadline midseason, which is Major League Baseball is really weird that way. But he ended up wanting 22, got 19. So he's got $2 more million than they initially offered him at the beginning of the season. He's got 28 home runs right now and an OPS over 1,000. He's staying healthy. He moved to center field. He's playing super well in center. And his strike zone is better. He's looking more Bonds-esque than he used to. He's tightening things up. He's walking more. He's hitting the shit out of the ball. He's probably going to win MVP. And he's going to go test free agency. He refused to even entertain a multi-year extension in season. So that guy is going to walk into 2023, probably coming off a 55 home run season at this rate and an MVP. It probably his second one. So that guy is winning at life right now. The Yankees are the only 50 win team in Major League Baseball. So they're as legit a contender as anyone. So he could walk away with an MVP, a ring, a 50 homer season, and probably $35 million per year coming up. So I say hats off to Aaron Judge. That guy's fucking winning this year.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well done. I mean,
and a walk-off home run last night.
Wow.
So now make the case for why San Francisco can take a run at him.
Well, he's a Central Valley kid. He's from Stockton. And
played for Fresno State.
Played for Fresno State. Has a Buster Posey jersey on his wall. And he seems like he would be a great fit for Farhan to take a run at because it seems like the plan is all coming into place, right? The big prospects are starting to come up. They're like a year or two away. You got Luciano and Kyle Harrison, who will probably, by the beginning of next season, be universal top 10 overall all baseball prospects. Luis Matos could sneak his way up into the top 25. You got other guys like Ramos that could sniff the top 100. So as that comes into fruition, all this payroll comes off with guys like Longoria coming off the books. I think that's when Farhan will get aggressive. He showed that he's willing to when he took a run at Harper. He's kind of stood pat on a couple other guys, but I think it's made sense as far as the plan goes. And I think this will be the year that they actually make a run and pay somebody $30+ million a year. And I think that guy will be Aaron Judge. So you have Aaron Judge, and then the young guys start to come up. maybe you take a run at a guy like Trey Turner.
Oh,
as well. He's going to be
able to speaking that one into existence.
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
I
100%.
really think Farhan has that Dodger blood in him. He was there before. He's with the A's, so he knows how to both be aggressive but also turn over rocks and find guys like Yaz, guys like Luis Gonzalez, Darren Ruff, like all these gems. But I do think there will be a shift where people are going to look at us and be like, fuck those guys. Like they get all the good players. I think we're headed that way.
I agree with that. And I feel like that's the trend that like you said, we've seen him do with the Dodgers. And I think we've all kind of waited for it where it's like, okay, he's built the farm system. We've now got the foundation. Now go for the big guys, take a shot. And I think last year when he picked up Chris Bryant, we were even like, okay, he's capable of going out and getting this guy that's going to help us now and help us on this run, right? Obviously, we didn't want him long-term because he was too expensive and the production wasn't there. But he has the ability to go get those guys. So yep. I'm with you. I think that would be awesome. I would love to be the team that everyone hates for once. It'd be fun.
I think we'll get there. I think he's going to be very selective because he's going to dig into the analytics and be like, is this guy going to age well? And that's one thing with Judge is that he's had durability issues for sure in the past. He's probably not a long-term center fielder. He's playing really well right now, but he's 30 years old. He's 6'7". He's probably not a long-term center fielder. But now you have the National League DH. So maybe potentially he's like a left fielder / DH guy that plays 135, 140 games a year and gets you 40 bombs. And I think he he obviously has the power to do that at Oracle Park. And I can just see it. I see that starting to come. I think Rodon will be like the first domino to see like, is he willing to really shell out big money for a pitcher or for any players at this point? They passed on Gausman, but I think we're getting to that tipping point. Like Trevor Story made sense. Like, are we really going to overpay for a 30-year-old shortstop? Probably not.
Shouldn't.
But Judge makes a lot of sense. Seems like a good fit.
What about Juan? What about Juan?
I love Juan Soto, but I think if he's going to leave Washington for sure, which I think he will, why not just wait a few years and just pay rather than give up 3 top prospects?
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I wouldn't be pissed if they did it. He's worth it, but
I'm just thinking more if Judge is on the books at that point, will we have the capital?
I think so. I mean, we already got a top 10 payroll. Crawford will be off the books by 2025. Yeah. Bell will be off the books by 2025.
I pulled up the Giants average salary as well, if you guys want. And tell me these numbers are wrong, Matt. It says, as of right now, the active salary for next season, 2023, is $104 million. And our tax threshold is $233 million. So we're under the tax threshold by $130 million. Yep. That's how much space we have to sign. And that's without Evan Longoria, $13 million. We're almost certainly going to decline his club option. So add $13 more million there. And then Carlos Rondon, who may or may not even accept his player option for next season. He may opt out. Yeah, he's pitching well enough. He should opt out.
Absolutely.
So we're looking at like fucking so much cap space this coming season. So how much is he getting paid? How much a year are we paying him?
Well, Judge can, like Matt said,
35.
Command that?
We definitely have the money for it. It's more of, is that the biggest contract ever? Like, what is the biggest contract?
It won't be the biggest contract ever, but
because he's not a pitcher.
Well, and he's 30 years old.
We're not going to sign him to a 10-year or something.
They just don't do that anymore. Like we're probably not going to see another A-Rod contract where it's. I think the AAV
3 or 4 years.
5
years. That's a big commitment.
He'll probably want 35 years.
Well, he's going to want that. That's the thing. Yeah. He's going to command that. He's going to say, I want 5 years at this rate, and somebody's going to pay it. And I like what Matt said because, I mean, the National League has the DH now, so his value would still be there.
100%.
Look, Chris Bryant he's 29. He just got 7. And I think we were all like,
it's a lot.
What?
Yeah,
huh? Like the Rockies let Story and Arenado go and then gave 7 to Chris Bryant, who's already been on IL all season. I don't think he's hit a home run for Colorado yet. So I don't think they'll give him. I mean, nobody wants a Pujols contract where you're just stuck with an aging player for multiple years, but 5 years for Aaron Judge is probably fine. Like even if he does become like a Clydesdale who needs to be on the a DH. That guy's still gonna provide plenty of production. It seems like he's getting better right now. Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
The offense is getting better, which is the one thing that'll probably stick around. We know about that. And yeah, how many times have we signed a big free agent that wants to be a Giant too? If that is the reality, there's no way we wouldn't say no to that, right?
A hitter. Yeah. Barry.
It does give me some, the only concern when you said 5 years, for some reason I flash back to Carlos Beltran.
Oh.
That was because that feels like a similar vibe, even though we traded for Beltran and there's that whole thing, but still we signed him it felt like a 5-year deal.
No, Beltran dipped. That was Rowan.
Rowan was the 5.
Yeah. So we traded Zach Wheeler for Carlos Beltran and he dipped after the season.
Dope.
But we signed Aaron Rowan to a huge contract, and that was obviously a flub.
Didn't he get a ring? He got the 2010 ring, right?
Yeah. And he got a ring in 05 with the White Sox, too. So that guy won. He did some winning.
For him, dude. He's living a good life somewhere. He had
Aaron Judge is a different caliber player, but at the time,
100%,
that was the kind of caliber player we were getting in San Francisco for sure.
That's the beauty of it now, right? So he's from the area, the Buster Posey jersey. He's just a fan.
They've got a good team. Like I could see him not being like deterred by the ballpark. I could see him wanting to play there. You can see the vision. I think Harper, by all accounts, didn't quite see the vision that Farhan was building at the beginning, and that's why he chose Philly, but he was close to choosing San Francisco. So I think you could look at it and be like, they got some really badass prospects coming up. They're willing to spend money. They're going to surround me. They're going to put some protection in the lineup around me. I love this team. Like, I think
it's exactly like you said. It's a timing thing at this point because Harper was coming in and would have been in at the front end of all of that was happening with Farhan. So a lot of pieces in place where we're trying to say, no, this is going to pan out and we want you to be a part of it. Whereas now somebody coming in is going to go, look at what we got, man. Like we've got young talent abundant and we're going to be good.
We're 39 and 33 with God knows who in the lineup, to be honest,
Exactly.
There's some good players, and I don't want to disparage anybody, but nobody's, pissing their pants when Luis Gonzalez comes into the box, but he's really solid. Yaz is really solid. They just haven't been healthy. Like Crawford's on IL. Belt's been in and out. Belt is in one of his Arctic streaks, and he'll eventually get out of it. But
Belt's definitely not coming back next year, right?
Oh, boy.
Probably not. It depends on how he finishes out this season.
Is it better that he just doesn't come back though?
Well, because how good is what's his name? Mercedes?
Oh, Yermin Mercedes?
Yermin.
Yeah, how good is he doing? I saw he got his first start at first for us the other day.
Yeah, I mean he's more of a catcher,
but he can also play first, and that's what I'm saying is you got to start looking at it. I mean, if we're gonna have to let Belt walk,
he's not. You wouldn't want to start him every day at first.
Can I read you guys? I'm
going back Bell. I think give him a couple more years, but
that's what I'm saying.
He's also always hurt. That's his problem.
I just like his glove.
If it's a team friendly deal, I'm fucking in, right? $6 million a year, $7 million a year.
That guy can fuck around and he'll have a 900 OPS or 850 OPS. He'll get on base a ton, even if he's sucking, and then he can go through streaks where he can carry a club.
Yep. Absolutely. Great team guy too. Obviously, he's the captain. He represented. He's the captain.
He's the captain. Obviously,
I still think they need one more year of like placeholders to get to the prospects after this year.
And I just feel like, is there really a team out there that's going to want to sign Brandon Belt to a even $10+ million year deal?
Probably not.
Probably not, right?
It's one of those like I think of him like the Jimmy Ward of the Giants, like where everyone in the building loves Jimmy Ward. People nationally don't know how good of a safety he is, but he's really good. He gets hurt a lot, but he's really good. His best value is at home where they actually know him and appreciate him. Yeah, but no, I can't see anybody ponying up for Belt.
Well, I was gonna say he's making $18 million right now per year, so
it's a big discount.
Well,
can I read you the guys that are signed for next season?
He was great last year, though. He had 29 home runs in like 100 games last year.
Yeah, 34. So you're looking at this point, you're looking at in that part of your career, do I want to stay here in SF and just do the last few years and go out with the boys that I came in with, and be part of this? I mean, it's kind of an exciting time right now. Like you said, young guys coming up, You're a part of this big transition that's going on. It's competitive ball. It's good baseball. It's not like they're tanking. It's not like, and we're in a competitive fucking division, like one of the most competitive. So and I mean, especially if you're going against the Dodgers, it's good baseball. So I would love to have Belt back, but it has to be team friendly. Has to be. Wilmer is going to be gone too. Wilmer is a free agent at the end of the year, so he's probably going to go, which sucks. I like Wilmer Flores a lot. Yeah. I just don't know that his production is going to be something that the Giants are like, yeah, no, we have to have that.
No, I think moving forward, this is going to be a more beefed up lineup where you look back and you're like, remember when Wilmer Flores was a staple, but now we have insert this fucking sick guy that's way better. Like, cool. I think that's the direction it's headed.
Absolutely.
Hopefully what's going to happen. Yeah.
And I'm down for that. I mean, all Giants fans are. And it's, you don't look back at those guys with any disdain. I mean, Giants fans love the Giants. It's just, that's the way we are. And so
they win ball games.
Absolute. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think I'm with all y'all. Brandon Belt is the captain. Would love to see him in the Giants uniform again.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't think we play the Reds anymore this season, so we'll be able to turn it around a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe we can finally figure it out.
Anytime I turn on the game against the Reds, I'm expecting something good, and I always come on and it's like 2-0 Reds. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah,
Logan Webb is pitching. What is happening?
That's
what is happening?
Horrible.
But I think obviously the big thing is bullpen. Bullpen.
Yep.
Got to go find at least a couple pieces, and I think one of them has to be a closer.
I think at this point,
are we going all in?
Yeah. There's not a compelling enough case to go all in, though.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to say.
Quite there.
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about this a couple weeks ago, and we were like, let's see how the next few weeks pan out. They haven't gone great, so it's like, yeah, I don't think this is the year to.
I think they'll do a little bit of addition and subtraction, where maybe they pick up a guy, but I don't see them just like putting all their chips in to get like a Bednar or something like that. As much as I would have loved that.
But I think that's if you're looking at a glaring spot, it's our bullpen. If there is one spot in the Giants organization right now that is a question mark, it's going to be back end of our starting lineup, obviously, and then the bullpen is the biggest question mark. And like you said,
can we say that the pitching signings this last offseason, Rodon, let's just say he's separate, but keeping the bullpen the way it was intact. The back end of the bullpen or the back end of the starting rotation, don't you feel like that maybe Farhan didn't have his best off season with the way the pitching came into this season after what was an incredible season last year?
Yeah, well, Stefani's been a disaster. He's at almost 10 ERA. Woods at a 5.5 ERA right now.
Well, you run it back with the pieces that and maybe Farhan was in his mode. You know what I mean? I still trust in him, and obviously they had productive seasons last year. There was nothing on paper that said, no, don't trust what they're doing. And so you go into it this year hoping that they're going to produce at an equal level or, somewhere around what they did last year, and it just hasn't panned out. It's been kind of a train wreck on the back half of the starting rotation.
Wood and DeScalfani are both on the books for next season. Wood at 12.5 and Anthony
which is fine.
At 12. Which is fine, right?
Alex Wood is a guy that, like, if he finishes with a 4.2 ERA, like, I'm fine with that. He's been okay.
He's getting you 10+ wins every season.
DeScalfani's been horrible. I hope he can figure it out at the end of the year.
Can somebody tell me how Alex Cobb has been doing?
He's been
not good.
Yeah, he's been pretty.
Oh, he's on the books for next season. Yeah, he's $9 million next year.
He's at a 5.4 ERA. He's been okay. For a back end piece, he's been okay.
Well, and we've got two great pieces at the top, right? I mean, obviously Logan and Carlos, both solid pieces at the top.
Logan Webb, we still don't even have to pay next season.
And they're both on fire right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Both those guys have been rolling.
So how much are we paying Rodon? Garrett Cole makes $36 million a year. Rodon's getting 22 right now. He's going to opt out. How much 28. We paying Rodon? 28?
Yeah, I could see that. He makes a case.
4 years, $28 million a year, for sure.
Literally with the payroll the way it is, it's only $6 million more a year than what he's already going to get paid if he opts in. So
he's one of the
plenty of room.
15 best starters in Major League Baseball. So I'd give him that.
Yeah, why wouldn't? As long as we don't piss him off, he should come back.
Is there a world?
He's a red ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
He plays hot.
Yeah.
I love it though. I mean, Giants need to have at least one. We've always got at least one on the team that's going to be a little bit of fire, a little bit of heat, and you have to have that. And I mean, if you're pitching at that caliber, like you have to kind of have the mentality of like, fuck you, I'm gonna fucking strike you out every time.
Yeah, there's a difference between when a guy like Webb dominates and a guy like Rodon dominates. It's just like country hardball, fucking intimidating. He's out there snarling, and it just has a vibe to it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like if that guy's on the mound in game 1 of a playoff series, like you're feeling pretty damn good about it.
Yeah, absolutely, totally. I mean, it's nothing new to Giants fans. Obviously, pitching is one of those things. I was going to bring up, is there a world where Kelly comes up and makes the starting rotation?
Totally, right?
This year?
No, I'm talking about like at this point he's a long term. Obviously,
Yeah.
Obviously we're committed to having him come up and play, and he tears it up in AAA. Yeah. He's got a really good some really good stats going on right now. But
yeah, I could see that. I think at this point Kyle Harrison should be up by the end of next year.
I'm just
he
saying.
Got promoted to AA a couple weeks ago, and he's pitched 51 innings and is like just fucking dominating.
So that's why I'm saying the bullpen is probably the one area where you start to focus on some of those dollar bills that need to be allotted towards pitching, because there's 2 young guys in the chute right now who have the potential to come up and at least play. And from there, we'll figure it out. I mean, obviously,
$129 million in cap space this next offseason.
Yeah, there's got to be some room there.
$129 million.
I still think Doval is a closer, and maybe he needs like a co-closer. Maybe he's not like a clear-cut guy. Maybe he's a committee guy, but he's been pretty good. He has his ups and downs, but he's been pretty good.
He's 25 too.
He's a young guy with
roster. He's the youngest guy that's on the roster by a mile.
Disgusting stuff.
Well, what is he? He's just a like a fastball slider guy, right?
Cutter
is fastball cutter.
Fastball cutter. He's got a slider.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is he's kind of like a 2-pitch. Yeah. He's kind of like a 2-pitch guy, but again, with movement like that, if he could start locating,
101, yeah.
No, it's filthy. If you could go 101 with the kind of movement that he has, it's almost fucking impossible, especially if you can locate.
We should not trade him that as guy. Like we should keep that guy.
He's Emmanuel Clase last year, the Guardians closer.
Okay.
Had huge control problems, but he was throwing 102-mile-per-hour cutters, just disgusting.
Yeah.
And this year he's kind of figured it out. Like he had one rocky year last year, kind of up and down, but he's really settled in this year, figured out some of the control issues. I think Doval could get there, but he's going to need help. Like no one's, again, to use this analogy, no one's leaking down their leg when they're facing Dom Leone or Tyler Rogers or any of those guys. Rogers is sometimes you're like, wow, that UFO slider is disgusting, but other times it's high school BP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you just can't have that.
It's looking bad too. He's not been figuring it out. That's the worry part. He had this last season, he'd have those moments where he was just looking really terrible, but he figured it out. He'd have a really good inning, or he'd have a great inning against a great team, but it just feels like now he's just kind of getting by anytime I'm watching him. So just trying to get through the inning.
When you don't have great stuff, you got to be on your shit.
Yep. Every night.
They're like 62 miles per hour.
Yeah, especially if you don't have any
movement.
Speed. You have no speed to it. If you're going to be, who was that guy for Boston that was a knuckleballer?
Tim Wakefield. Yeah.
Tim Wakefield. If you're going to be Tim Wakefield, you better know how to put the knuckleball in the strike zone, bud.
Yep.
For real.
Yep.
But that's a yikes. I think, yeah.
It is. Well,
I don't really.
Yeah, I mean, like Harleen Garcia, Dom Leone, Tyler Rogers, like those guys just, you can't trust them, especially when it gets to the big games. It's just not enough.
What is it, Zach Littell or something like that?
Zach Littell? Like,
it's just, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's question marks, and it sucks. Like, I obviously wish that they were producing at a level where I could be like, yeah, dude, fuck yeah, but it's not happening.
I agree with you, man. They need to bolster up the back end of that bullpen. I think they should try to do it in free agency or off-season trades if they can, but it's a glaring issue, and it was very glaring in the playoffs last year.
Well,
it was one of those things where we were like, the bullpen sucks, but they kind of just made it work last year.
Yeah.
They just kind of rode a magic carpet the whole year anyway, but
true that. True that. It was a magical season.
But I'm still very impressed. Like, if you look at the roster and the injuries they've had, being 39 and 33 is still pretty impressive.
Yeah,
absolutely. I'm taking it. I'm taking it 10 times out of 10, man.
I mean, that's going to put you in close second place in some divisions. We just have the Dodgers and the Padres in the NL West with us. So, and the Padres are playing wild this year.
Did you see Machado's injury?
Yeah, it was kind of weird.
Oh. It looked like the dude's ankle snapped in half, yet he's day-to-day and probably not going to go on IL.
What?
I don't get it.
I didn't see the injury.
I would love for him to come back. He's on my fantasy.
He's got a great blood boy.
He was running down the first base line and just like rolled his ankle and like went flying. Like just looked like he literally snapped his ankle in half.
The only thing I think of when I think of Manny Machado is Connor in the stands yelling out random numbers as to how much his swing costs. Which
was like $13K.
He got up to like 50,000, 60,000 at a certain point. Once the Coors Light started hitting, the number got up there. So.
The number got bigger and bigger every time.
And plus, when that Yankees fan behind us started mouthing all that nonsense about championships, he got a little more aggro about it.
Yeah, it's like, why are you even here? This is a Giants versus Padres game
every
dude.
time. Yeah.
There's
why are you here?
One. And then there was the random
27 championships. We'll like it.
Exactly. Yeah. Eat that, bro.
Oh, we're sorry. We forgot that you were around in 1901 when you were fucking went on a hot streak. Our bad.
That guy saw Lou Gehrig's debut, dude.
Been a fan forever, okay?
Also, speaking of unfortunate injuries, did you guys see Harper get hit in the
I did see that. Yeah.
Philly Twitter's upset. Yeah, dude, they're having a hard time with it. Yeah.
That sucks, man.
And you see him like screaming back at the guy too. He was like, "You didn't even mean to do it." Like, what the fuck?
It's not your fucking fault.
Yeah, exactly. He was like so mad at him, but being a nice guy about it.
Yeah.
Like, you didn't mean to. Fuck. Like, it's like,
exactly.
All right.
You can tell Blake Snell felt
He's in a lot of
bad.
pain.
You don't want to take out an MVP candidate, obviously, and Harper's had some bad luck, which it sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks when like one of the most important players in all the sport goes down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you know?
He's not out for season yet, right?
No, he's probably gonna miss 6 to 8 weeks, maybe 4 to 6. He's just gonna miss time.
Did he have surgery on it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
But it was pretty instant. Like, yeah, he broke it.
I saw some. Like, there's some pictures of him in the dugout. He's still smiling, still chipper with the boys. So,
he'll be back for the stretch run. It just
absolutely.
He might have won another MVP, and there's nothing I like more than Bryce Harper making the people that say he's overrated eat their words. So
fair.
I just love watching the guy play.
Well, we hope he comes back soon.
Hopefully.
All right. The Phillies are going to have to figure it out for a while. Their offense needed to find a reason to play without him anyway. So I think it'll be a good comeback story for that team.
Yeah, talk about a disappointing squad.
Yeah,
they already fired Girardi, so
exactly.
They
got way better.
Move.
They they lost 3 games after winning all those mini games, and there were some Philly accounts that were like, "Oh no, we suck again. We suck again.
Oh no,
welcome back." But that's all right. We're rooting for him. Fighting Phils.
Hell yeah. There's another little story going on in the MLB. Did you guys see the Angels-Mariners fight?
Oh yeah.
I
saw the highlights of that.
That shit was wild. So Tom sent me a couple pictures that he wants me to share. So Tom, you're gonna have to walk the audio listeners through this.
So, and realistically, if you haven't seen it yet, you need to go watch it. So I watched
good old
today,
John Boy, of course.
John Boy of it, and he explains it completely. It's a lengthy video because you got to understand all the context before the brawl even happened. But I sent Colby a couple screenshots of what I thought was the funniest moment, where I just literally started laughing, and I wasn't really laughing until I saw this moment. And I don't know who it is. I think it's an Angels coach, but he like grabs on. Is it the guy with the mustache?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Phil Nevin grabs onto this Mariners player, and all of a sudden the camera angle switches, and he's just
there. It is
fully onto him, and then the Mariners player's on the ground trying to like get the fuck off me, man. Like he's like dragging him along, and just this old man is just hanging on to him as he's trying to drag him away. And I literally couldn't stop laughing because it was the funniest image ever. So I did send some screenshots of the John Boy of.
So I have the mustache. I have the mustache warrior pulled up currently, which is hilarious. And then
let me
pull up the one of him being dragged away.
Oh, I see it now. You gotta look in your bottom right-hand screen for the video watchers out there.
Sorry, that's not Phil Nevin. Phil Nevin was instigating though and got suspended 10 games.
Oh hell yeah! See, we can go over the suspensions that just happened.
Oh, and then what's this guy? Is this guy getting like teabagged? What's going on in this top photo here?
So in the top photo on the bottom right, that's the guy I'm talking about, not Phil Nevin, a different Angels coach. But he's got white hair and a white mustache, and you see in the bottom right here, this is the Mariners player, literally like just trying to get away, just trying to crawl away, and this looks like 7-year-old plus man has just gripped onto him and dead weight. he's like, boom, drag me, I dare you, you know. And I just think it's just the funniest thing. It's like away from the pile too, so it's like, why is he still
reminds me
on?
Of remember when Don Zimmer charged Pedro during that Yankees?
Oh yeah, he fucking flipped him.
Red Sox brawl, and he just kind of like olayed him and chucked him to the ground.
Oh, yeah, incredible!
There was a couple of moments like that in this brawl for sure.
Trout went and grabbed his boy Justin Upton. Ohtani was real aggressive, like just kind of bear hugging and patting the guy he was holding back.
Really? No way.
Okay.
Anthony Rendon in the cast just like shoved a dude with his
he was the one that basically started it. Yeah, he was the one in front of the crowd of the entire Angels dugout that came out. You got to watch the video. Go check out John Boy's new video. It gives you everything you want to know about it.
Suspensions were handed down 2 hours ago.
What do you got? I didn't hear any of that.
Phil Nevin got 10 games, so more than anybody.
Wow.
That's awesome. I mean,
he was instigating the night before from the dugout, like, yeah, we're going to fucking throw at you.
Yep.
Jesse Winker got 7 games.
Wow.
JP Crawford, Anthony Rendon, and John Cheedy got 5 games. I don't know what Anthony Rendon's going to do because he's like out for the season.
Right. Yeah. What next season?
Andrew Wantz and Ryan Tapara got 3 games. Julio Rodriguez, who did fucking nothing but get thrown at, got a game.
So
it started because they threw at the Angels 20 or the Mariners 21-year-old superstar's head, and he didn't even retaliate. But I guess he gets a game for that. Rizal Iglesias and Ray Montgomery and Manny Del Campo. Oh, Julio got 2 games. So Julio Rodriguez, Rizal Iglesias, Ray Montgomery, and Manny Del Campo all got 2 games. Rizal Iglesias was the one that threw the seeds. That sweet slow motion out of the dugout.
That was so sick. So sick.
Bill Hasselman got 1 game. I would have loved if Rizal Iglesias, not really because he's on my fantasy team, but if he like popped a hammy, like exploded out of the dugout, like lunged it. Really showed them.
Yeah.
The only commentary I have for this is I feel like the umpires didn't have control of the situation.
They fucked it up.
Oh, completely fucked it up. Yeah.
I think about any of the real pro umpires that we've seen through years and years of like playoff baseball and stuff and whatever, Dodgers Giants. I just felt like this crew did not have a good handle on this situation at all.
Why do they have to have a handle? Let them fucking go. Fuck it. It's 4 against what is it? How many is it?
Probably like 64 or something.
They can't do much. I'm saying in a brawl they can't do much. It's more about addressing the issues and giving warnings to the right people and saying the right stuff and maybe pulling people, like kicking them out of the game before.
They should have done something once Julio was thrown at, and they didn't. They threw at Julio Rodriguez's head, and it should have ended there, and it didn't.
Yeah.
And Phil Nevin got 10 games. I'm reading this John Heyman tweet. He's the interim manager because Madden got fired. That he chose Andrew Wantz to start for the purpose of getting retribution for the Mariners throwing high and tight to Mike Trout. Wantz threw inside to Julio Rodriguez in the first, then hit Jesse Winker in the second. Thus 10 games for Nevin. So the thought is if they'd thrown at Julio and like worn both benches, that should have been it, but they didn't.
And literally, so there wasn't the guy who started literally walked up to Winkler, and he said, "Sorry, dude, I didn't even want to throw at you. I was told to. They told me to." And he's like, he's like, "What the?"
Don't do it.
Told you to throw me.
Bill Nevin used him as a pawn
they told me to throw you. I didn't want to, dude. I didn't want to at all. Like they told me to, dude.
Please don't kick my ass.
Yeah, please. Yeah. Don't hurt me. I'm just trying to be cool, dude. I promise. I'm trying to
make a livelihood, man. I'm a fringe player and like
trying to keep my job. Yeah, trying to keep his job.
That's a tough spot for that guy.
It is. I mean, hell, if I'm on a baseball team and my coach tells me throw at this guy,
of course,
I'm fucking throwing at that guy. Sorry, but wrong place, wrong time, dude. That's how it goes.
I didn't realize all that stuff that happened beforehand. Didn't know anything about the narrative. So yeah,
Phil Nevin is an old school hardo, and Mike Trout kind of started it too because he got thrown high and tight the night before, and for some reason, I love Mike Trout, but he was like, if you can't control yourself inside, then don't throw inside. Like after the game, so he almost kind of added some fuel to the fact that it was intentional or whatever. So then they throw it Julio, which should be enough, but they don't warn him, and then they hit Winker, and then it's on.
Yeah. That's brutal.
What a brawl, dude. It's been a minute.
It's been a minute since we've had a full benches cleared brawl. Like an actual brawl, not just like a pushing match. It's been a little while, so.
Hopefully
it's always fun.
Someone gets in between me. Like squaring up on Peacock.
Trying to get famous on Twitter. Let's go. I'll take a couple games. It's worth it. It's worth the fame for a night. Another breaking news story has nothing to do with sports, but kind of, because the amusement park that is located directly next to Levi Stadium, Great America, has just sold their property for $310 million. And unfortunately, the amusement park will be closing in the next 11 years. So, Great America. We got plenty of time to go ride some rides, boys.
Oh my God!
Yeah.
Hurry! You gotta go now.
Hurry up!
On the tiers. Like Great America is like a fucking C tier.
I've never been there in my life.
It's like a C plus B minus. I've had some fun times there because I have family in San Jose.
More fun, right?
And we got Six Flags. Yeah,
Six Flags has better.
Yeah,
rides.
It has much better 100%. Rides. Yeah, Great America had Top Gun, which was fucking sick. Top Gun's like on par with like Medusa, I would say, because it was super fast, super fun, great ride. Also, somebody got decapitated there. So
that's how you know.
Yeah, that adds to the lore. Yeah, that adds to the lore. Metal. It's because somebody. Okay, this is a whole other story tangent, but somebody lost their hat on the ride, so they hopped fences to go get their hat, and it's one of those rides that your feet hang off, and somebody's leg kicked him in the face, and it launched his head off and completely shattered the guy's leg. Yeah, crazy fucking story. Look that one up. That's a
Darwin Award, dude.
Shattered his leg and decapitated someone. Like, he didn't deserve that.
And then imagine having to ride, like, okay, obviously the guy that died, like, rip. But imagine having to ride the rest of the roller coaster with a completely shattered leg, and your leg is just dangling, getting ripped, pulling like 4 Gs. Yeah, brutal.
And then you're in.
Sorry, John.
And then you get off and realize that you killed a man's head.
Yeah. Yes. You're now on trial for manslaughter. God, like, dude. What the fuck? Yeah, dude. Fucking wild.
They cuff you.
So yeah, crazy story. Rip Great America. It's a bummer. It's a fun place. But yeah, you have 11 years to go. Have fun.
On what the lane's gonna be?
It's gonna be it's they sold it to like a apartment. Bay Area apartment company. Yeah, exactly.
Santa Clara already sucks. I thought they were gonna do something cool with it.
Dude, so many Niners fans are gonna pay way too much money to live right next to Levi's. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's a really sweet nightlife down there.
Yeah, a lot of fun. There's one sports bar. It's fucking cool, dude. Sick.
It's coming up, dude. It's coming up.
Yeah. All right. One last thing. A little bit of NFL news. Obviously, Deshaun Watson's story just keeps unraveling. What do we think is gonna? I mean, we've talked a lot about this story, I mean, Matt, you kind of mentioned it in the group chat. Do you have any new information, or did you just want to talk about kind of who their prospects at?
That's more it. I don't want to talk about Deshaun Watson. It sounds like they're going to push for at least a year, which sounds about right.
Oh, but I do have some breaking news. 9 hours ago from this. What? The Texans are getting sued now?
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that is new.
Oh, yeah. Paradigmisms. I always forget how to pronounce your name. Pretty sure your name is Zach. Zach, yeah, you came back to us talking about Great America and somebody getting decapitated. So every now and then we go on fun little tangents.
So you know, that's how you spell paradigm.
Oh, with a G?
Yeah, paradigm.
Oh, paradigm. Well, I guess I'm a terrible reader. My bad.
Sorry, I had to point it out.
I'm lit off the does.
There you go. You nailed it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have.
I thought you were gonna cue it out.
No, I'm just Texans are sued. They're fucked too. Not surprised. They can't even get away from Deshaun Watson, even though he's on a different team.
But so you were going to talk about the prospects who the Browns are going to fucking start?
Well, all of a sudden we're starting to hear Jimmy G's shoulder is he's on track. He's going to start throwing soon. And there's a lot of traction going on around Jimmy G to the Browns.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Which I think we've been saying that
they played the waiting game and it worked out. I think
but who do we get props? Because now the Browns are probably going to have to I mean, we know you need him.
You're thanking them.
It's going to be a pick. It's going to be probably second, third, probably third, maybe.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Third would be sick.
It's a third. That'd be shocking.
That's the only thing that I'm thinking of is that we're starting to get we caught a team in desperation mode, which is that only bodes well for us.
Yeah.
So
if
John's ready to get something back for it right away.
Baker's really like,
but what do you want for what do you?
How about all right, morality play? Do you take Kareem Hunt?
Huh?
Yeah.
I would
Everyone
too.
says the Eagles are going to.
Everyone's moved on from that apparently. So
yeah,
the Niners
is true.
will too.
Yeah.
No, the Niners are pretty heavily invested in their backfield, but
yeah, which
it'd be a pick.
Totally fine. It'd be nice. It'll probably be a pick.
I have a little NFL news. If we wanted something else.
Oh yeah.
I wanted
the contract.
Really
quick.
Sorry, go ahead. No, sorry.
I wanted to segue this really into the comments about Jimmy Garoppolo in general from some of his ex-Patriots teammates.
Yeah, what's the deal with that?
Yeah, that was wild. I watched that clip.
So did you see a couple months ago when Martellus Bennett initially said it?
I did not see when he initially said. So here, let's give us the rundown. What's going on?
A couple months ago, Martellus Bennett was on a podcast. Also, Martellus Bennett has sat out games for business decisions before. But he said Jimmy G was a bitch because, which I understand they felt high and dry. So basically, Jimmy G was supposed to play. He had like an injured shoulder. He was supposed to play.
Non-throwing shoulder.
Those the 4 games when Brady was suspended for Deflategate, Jimmy G filled in for the first 2, got injured on his non-throwing shoulder. In the second one, Jacoby Brissett had to play the last 2 because Jimmy couldn't play. But Jimmy, I guess on Sunday was like, guys, I can't go. Versus like on Thursday being like, I'm not going to be able to go. Jacoby Brissett had torn ligaments in his thumb and had to just basically play with that because Jimmy essentially backed out at the last second, which, business decision. He played pretty well in those first 2 games and probably wanted to keep it that way. But Martellus Bennett basically said Jimmy Garoppolo was being a bitch and Jacoby Brissett played with a fucked up thumb and led us, and it pissed off a lot of players. And so Brandon Marshall on his podcast asked Julian Edelman about that last week. And Edelman, he didn't say, yes, he's a bitch, but he said I know it made a lot of people mad in the locker room and it kind of pissed me off too. And I can see why Martellus Bennett said that.
Well, and he's like, Edelman was like, I put my body on the line. I've had limbs basically hanging off and I've gotten shots and still played with it. So it's like, yes, in higher impact positions, it makes a lot of sense for you to be like, oh, it's your non-throwing shoulder and you're sitting out, toughen up. We got to do this shit every day. It makes sense.
Especially when you're in the fray of it. You're expecting to quote unquote go to battle with this guy.
Yep.
And at the last second he goes, actually I can't play. The guy with the fucked up thumb should probably fill in for me. You're kind of leaving the team high and dry, and I can see why they felt that way. But I've been kind of shocked by how people have ran with this is what Jimmy's teammates actually think about him when there's been a mountain of evidence to prove otherwise.
Years since then too.
So if we could look back on those business decisions as far as sitting out on those games and not risking a shoulder injury and not risking prolonged injury, blah blah blah, it's Jimmy got to go to the Niners and got the bag. He got the payday that he deserved and thought that he would go get. And so making those business decisions works out. And looking at it from their perspective, obviously between the two, Jimmy Garoppolo is the better decision to go with at quarterback. And you would want him to start as an offensive player to give you the best position to win games. So I can understand being upset about that. But going out and pitching a narrative as far as no, this is this guy's character, this is what he does. We've seen him go through ACL injuries and all he wants to do is get back on the field with his boys. It's we know the contrary.
Torn shoulder and torn thumb last year.
We know the contrary. We absolutely know the contrary, and there's evidence to it. So, for their time and place, the narrative probably makes sense to them as far as what they were feeling, but that is not in any way who Jimmy Garoppolo is as a player now, and what organizations should view him as is some kind of quitter, which is not who he's portrayed. Like you said, mountain of evidence to the contrary, dude.
Yeah, I thought. I mean, I don't think it was unfair I think Bennett was he said he was being a bitch. And Edelman said I could see why he said that. And I could see why, if you were like, I could see why you would say that, right? Like, at the time, he kind of hung us out to dry and we were pissed. But they didn't say, like, Jimmy Garoppolo is a bitch. That's his character. And that's what people should think about him. It's what people took that and ran with it as. And I think it's important to delineate those two because they said he was being a bitch. Everyone, like Brett Coleman, for example, who I respect, said he retweeted it and said people crap on Baker for various reasons. I don't know why he brought Baker in. Some valid, some not. But the one thing we can all agree on is that no players ever talk about him like the way some ex-teammates talk about Jimmy. I don't think we can all agree on that, Brett. Because several
Brett? Yeah, this is not
current and former more recent teammates asked Kendrick Bourne about Jimmy Garoppolo. Asked Raheem Mostert about Jimmy Garoppolo. Asked Trent Williams about Jimmy Garoppolo. I mean, the guy is not great. We all know that, but he played through torn ligaments in his thumb, played through a shoulder injury. I think maybe that situation, it could have maybe taught him something, but he's clearly I think he's proven his toughness over the years. So I think it's kind of unfair that he's getting dragged right now for like an isolated incident in 2016 where the guy was just protecting himself in a mercilessly brutal league that doesn't take care of its players.
Brett, why don't you just break down his fucking X and Y route throws, okay? Let's get real here. What do you really know about in the NFL?
Yeah.
He's
just kind of
been a part of the locker room.
And also, like, Baker has been kind of publicly dragged by some of his former teammates too, so which Jimmy has not as much. Like, they asked Trent Williams about Jimmy at the beginning of this year, and he said, Jimmy's a brother for life, man. Like, whatever happens with him, like, that's my guy.
Yeah, I think I trust Trent Williams and George Kittle's opinions on people over is Marcellus Bennett, right?
Martellus Bennett, yeah.
Yeah, Martellus Bennett. I
don't know. Famously sat out a game at the last second for a business decision as well, which is fine. But, like, he also did that.
Yeah.
I guess that's the thing, right? Is like, don't start pitching this narrative of like, man, you bleed for the team. And then you did the same thing, man. You did exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
And we understand it. It's a business decision in a brutal league that doesn't take care of players. So it's like, we get it, but don't put other people on blast for the same thing that you did. Don't do it.
I also can't really imagine, like, if somebody that I worked with in 2016 was like, Matt used to fuck this up all the time. And that's like who he is. Like,
right.
On his discovery calls, he used to fucking suck, dude. Like, he would say this and that, like, bro, that was a whole different person. Years ago.
Don't get Jessica Carlos on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
Just old school Best Buy
it seems like a non-story, but people ran with it, so I thought I'd bring it up.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to bring up, man.
It's interesting.
Nip it in the bud.
Yeah, it's once again maybe it's just bad press for Jimmy to bring that stock down even further.
Yeah, I've never seen a player get like so drugged for no reason.
Yeah, he's too likable. He's too hot. You know, he's too sexy, and people are just like, we got to bring this guy down a peg, just a little bit.
Can confirm 100% of the women in this household think that Jimmy Garoppolo is hot.
Same. So yeah. He's hot.
He seems like a great guy. It's not like he's up there like being cocky or like being a douchebag.
Nah, dude. Everyone loves him.
He's just a looker, man.
Everyone loves him. I don't know. But
I love him.
Like Warren Sharp tweeted like the 10 longest throws Jimmy Garoppolo attempted last year.
Oh god.
And it was just in it, like a lot of them were like bad throws and interceptions, and it's like, what's the point of that, dude?
What is the
so everyone can be like, Lamau, like, what are the Jimmy haters gonna say now? It's like, dude, yeah, he's a limited quarterback. We all know that. Like,
right.
We've been there. We've been saying it. Like, what do you want from us?
Yeah, I hope he comes back like Henry Rowengartner and just has like a howitzer. Right?
That'd be incredible. That'd be incredible.
Say you got it wrong. We want to hear it.
Yeah, I want to see him go to Cleveland and tear it up.
Fuck yeah, that'd be awesome.
Go.
Same.
Make him a contender. Let's go. Then we have to beat him in the playoffs. I'm okay with that, but
of course, fun. Yeah, he'll throw a pick.
It'd be a great story. No, it'd be a great story.
Against the Niners, he's gonna do it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
Bosa just jumps up and grabs one of his screens out of the air. Oh, incredible. Alrighty, boys, we've been going about. Yeah, go for it.
Another headline I read: NFL Sunday Ticket is now up for bid Apple, Disney, a bunch of people are trying to get it.
Whoa.
They're asking for $2 billion. It also the deal will include the mobile rights because their deal with Verizon has also ended. So those bidding, that process is going on right now.
Apple,
$2 billion.
I'll say I'm not going to be able to afford that this season.
$1.5 billion for DirecTV for the last deal was $1.5 billion. So they're asking for $5 billion.
Yeah. Bro, I only had to pay $10 for YouTube.
Yeah,
TV.
right.
What am I going to pay now? What the fuck?
Well, that's for Red Zone though.
That Red Zone's
Red
different
Zone
than
is
Sunday
separate.
ticket.
Red Zone is
Sunday
separate.
ticket.
Yeah.
But you have to have
DirecTV
That's the other question. To have Sunday ticket. So like, I think it sucks that Apple's gonna buy it or something like that. I want to see it be like an MLB TV where it's just like it's $350, $400, whatever it is, and you just download it. Yeah.
I'd rather it be
nice.
just an add-on to Apple TV because I already have Apple TV. So.
But it's going to be like a $300.
It would probably be another purchase. That's probably true. Fuck.
For sure.
Well, I would love a
you don't want
right,
to like platform
it was with
specific.
DirecTV.
Yeah, you don't want to
pay like your $120 a month for DirecTV plus $400 a year. I think it was for Sunday ticket.
I'm
just
good
to
with
watch
Red Zone.
games, and that's just to watch games that aren't even like Niner games. Like that's the whole thing.
See, but Matt, you
to
need
watch
it because you're
complete-
not in California.
No,
right?
I got my YouTube TV.
You have it located in
I just need
home.
someone to log
Nice.
in
There you go.
every 3 months.
Yeah, there you go.
But that's an interesting point because now they're going to have to, they're competing with our shrinking attention spans, and people love Red Zone now. Like everyone's fantasy focused, everyone loves
Maybe
it.
they should make it cheaper. Maybe they should make Sunday ticket cheaper.
If it was like
more
$250, I would do that.
I would watch every Eagles game instead of Red Zone when the Eagles are on, right? And I would switch back to Red Zone if I could when it's on commercial, right? But I'm trying to think about the times when I would actually want to do that. You know, if like few and far between, there's one game that's really good that's not the Fox game. You know, maybe that would be it. But most of the time for me, it's 10 a.m. games that it's Red Zone, a billion games are just a game I want, you know?
That's how League Pass is killing it in that way where you can buy a package for your team.
Yep.
Genius.
Yeah.
Fucking genius.
That's like my brother had to do that because he's in Atlanta and he's a Warriors fan. So he had to buy like the Warriors pass.
I think people would pay $200 a year to have all 17 of their team's regular season games.
I'm sure.
And you can throw in there like unlimited DVR. You can throw in there like instant replays of it whenever you want. Like same with that, I watch YouTube TV where I don't need to start the game, but I can go through it. Like that would be genius too. You know, I would definitely do that.
I think it's
watch highlights now.
It just sounds like the most sense for Apple to do it because if the mobile rights are up too, then Apple's like every fucking iPhone has it. If you want, go for it.
That'd be crazy.
Why not?
Android users are just fucked.
Yeah, dude. Boned. Jesus. Completely boned.
Get a real phone.
I mean, they're pretty fucked. They're pretty fucked anyway for having Android. So let's be real.
Green text.
Is an anti-Android podcast for sure, dude.
They fuck up every group chat.
They do.
Big Apple guy.
They ruin every group chat.
I missed this, but hi, Zach. I know he's in the chat.
Zach's been here for a little bit. Yeah, he's popping in and out. He is.
One last thing.
Funny story. Oh, okay, go for it.
Just real quick, don't you think that if I had glasses and I didn't have a beard, I kind of look like Andy Reid with this polo on?
Absolutely.
I feel like I found my Halloween costume today where I just put the Eagles hat on, and if I just had a mustache and then some really thin glasses with like a headset, I'm there, dude.
Oh Andy yeah, just like Xbox headset. And then just print out an Eagles logo, the new one. You'd have to, and just like, or no, old one because it's Andy Reid. Yeah, exactly. Just tape it on your chest. Boom, Halloween costume done.
Pillow in the stomach just to give some extra heft.
There you go. Or just start eating a lot. Just prepare. Go full method. Now? Yeah, method Halloween costume, dude.
Method Andy Reid.
I'm the method actor. I really commit to my Halloween character. Okay.
Yeah, I'm super into it this year. All right, boys.
I'm down, Tom.
I appreciate that. Yeah,
we've been going for quite a bit. I want to wrap up the show. Obviously, if you guys have any take-backs, flowers, or anything, now is the time. But I did want to do one other thing that Matt even suggested in our group chat. So this weekend is 4th of July weekend. SCO America, even though America has been making some terrible decisions recently. Yeah, I know, right? We're still going to try and celebrate with some fireworks and shit.
It's the one day a year you get a pass to be blindly ignorant and just wear red, white, and blue, drink light beer, and have a good time. So I want to know if you guys had any fun plans or if you have any fun traditions that you want to do, and then let me know a little bit about like if you have a fun story about your best or worst 4th of July. Almost said Halloween.
I was gonna say 3/4 of the group here will know that I will be attending the parade this year. Forest Hill, baby.
Hell yeah.
We have a big old parade followed by a fair that goes on at the memorial Memorial Hall. So it'll be fun. We're gonna be up there. I like to chill in the mountains now. I'm a guy who hates fireworks now. Just crazy thing. Once you go to combat and come back, fireworks just don't register the same.
Yeah, they don't hit the same. They don't hit the same.
They hit makes you feel a little nervous every now and again.
Yeah, it happens.
So I tend to try and avoid those, but I will be having fun in the mountains per usual. It's a classic Forest Hill staple. It's just good times. Gonna go to the barbecue. Barbecue is a must, and probably chill poolside and just get a little fucked up.
Hell yeah, brother. We got Ron in the chat saying, hope the show was good, guys. I'll catch the VOD for the Avs part. Yeah, the hockey hour was busting this week. John laid it down.
Hey, all I can say is that wish it was the Sharks. One day it will be.
Absolutely.
Ron, it was a can't miss 90 seconds, my guy.
It was great. It was
electric.
Well done.
John killed it.
As he always does.
Tune back in.
As he always does. Someday I'll get into hockey and maybe I can help out a little bit.
Hey, there we go. Look, when the Sharks are back in it, we're there.
Bro, it's a gradual climb. The NHL is fun to watch. It's a league that is often looked over. Obviously, there's a lot of more major sports in the United States, but hockey's electric, man. And I'm telling you, if you don't like hockey now, find your local team. Doesn't matter, AHL, OHL, NHL, like whatever you got, just go to a local hockey game. You will fucking fall in love with the sport. I guarantee it. Guarantee it. So go have some fun. Support your local team.
Absolutely. Maddie, what are you doing for the 4th?
He said abso-fucking-lutely, by the way.
No.
I like that.
No.
Points, Matt.
I will be in McCall, Idaho.
Oh,
so I'll be doing some lakeside fireworks. We're going to do some floating, some drinking. Just going to keep it, I think it's just going to be the fam, but should be good, man.
Hell yeah.
Just a lot of chilling, a lot of boozing. We got the whole week of work off after that, so that's awesome.
Oh,
I'm looking for
wonderful.
some quality TO.
Fuck yeah, out of bed.
I should have done that. Tom, what are you thinking?
I don't got much plans. Got Travis's birthday. I think somewhere in there.
Two barbecues.
Sunday.
Two barbecues. We're going up to Forest Hill for 2 barbecues.
Oh yeah, 2 days in a row.
Travis's birthday is Wednesday.
Oh, this Wednesday, but we're celebrating 29th. On Sunday.
29th.
All right. Well, happy birthday, Travis. You can watch this on Wednesday.
Right, exactly. Yay.
Happy birthday, Travis.
We'll text you.
But yeah, no plans. I got some days off. I got Friday, Saturday. I don't really have any plans as of yet, so we'll see what happens.
Well, Tom, maybe you can come with me to, I think we're going to go to Drake's Barn again. We did it last year. It's a fucking blast. It's a fun little brewery spot out here, like right in between. Oh, yeah, John, promo your show.
I was gonna be. I'd be remiss if I didn't say that we are playing at Drake's this Thursday at 5:30 with Red Voodoo for their summer series.
Whoa!
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. Big stage. Drake's is fucking sick. Outdoor venue. Great beer. Great atmosphere. So if you're in the area and you want to come out, Thursday's gonna be cool. It's the coldest day of the week, so come on out. Enjoy the outdoors while it's cold.
And if you don't.
We'll find
You're a bad friend. Terrible friend. I'll be there. I'll be fucking devil horns out, rocking alongside everybody. It's going to be a fucking blast.
It's going to be sick. That'll be sick.
Oh, it's going to be fun, man. I'm stoked. But I think I'm going there for 4th of July because it's right by the Rivercat Stadium and right by Old Town Sacramento. And they both independently do fireworks shows. So you get 2 fireworks shows at once, which is very cool. And then, as you said, great beer, great food, great vibes. They usually do a couple silent discos. So there's like multiple DJs that you can like go to different channels and stuff. So it's a blast.
That'll be cool.
I think that's what we're going to do. That's what we did last year. And so, yeah, it'll be fun. I'm doing Drake's twice in 1 week. It'll be a good time. All right, gents. Well, it was good to have the gang together. We ran long, but it's just nice having everybody here. You know, it's a good time.
Absolutely.
We talked about a lot. Oh, here we go. We have our newest subscriber, I believe, in our chat, spamming our emotes. So appreciate it, Zach.
I love it, dude.
I don't know why we didn't. I don't know why we didn't get the notification of that you had subbed, but we appreciate it, man. Thank you. All right, guys. Well,
wait, Zach, who?
I don't remember.
I don't want to add him. I work with him. John knows him too. He knows Connor fan as well.
Zach,
he's a Forest Hill guy.
Zach's a good guy.
Oh, Zach Norman?
Yeah, I was trying.
And now he's doxed. Oh, he doxed himself. He doxed himself too. Yeah, he doxed himself too.
All right, he said it. Okay, it's okay. It's fine.
I was gonna say 4 out of the 5 viewers are us. So
that's probably true. Probably true.
No, it's on YouTube forever. You never know.
It always. We got Ron over on YouTube too. We got a few.
It's true.
Just hit the old beat button.
Come at me.
Come at me. Hell yeah. That's the kind of energy we love.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my boy right there, dude.
Let's go.
Fucking hardcore.
Hey, well, thanks for hanging out with us, Zach and Ron. We love you guys. We appreciate you all. Cheers to you. And
be careful this weekend.
Yes.
Don't pull a JPP.
Yes.
Fireworks are dangerous. Practice safety.
They're very dangerous.
Yep. All 10 fingers.
Uber everywhere. Don't drive anywhere if you're going to have even a beer. It's just dumb. Don't do it. Don't drink and drive. Don't be a dumbass.
Get a DD or Uber.
Yes, DD, Uber, ride a fucking bike. Don't do that either. Just
Cops
get
are
home
on high
safe.
alert. You don't got it.
Exactly. You're not as good at driving drunk as you think you are. Don't fucking do it.
You don't got it.
Don't fucking do it. All right, we love all you guys. We'll see you next week. Maybe see you on Monday or see you next Tuesday. Once again, we'll keep you guys posted. But Monday was fun. Maybe we'll do it again soon. All right.
Right.
Love you, everybody. We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.
Right, love y'all.
Bye.
Really just blasted a guy on the internet live.